All right, we've got Isie here. We're here at your little, should I say, like studio?
I guess you could, yeah. It's sort of like just a wooden cube in the garden.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really lovely. Can I show a little bit? Like, there's a saxophone. And
Yeah, don't
everything.
show the messy stuff.
Yeah. How did you get into music and playing music?
Well, I'm really lucky that I was able to learn musical instruments when I was younger.
Yeah.
We did recorder at school.
Yeah.
And then,
That's a good way to start.
Yeah, it was. And then I remember this girl at school playing the saxophone. She was playing the Blues Brothers at a concert, and she had like the hat and the glasses, and I think that was it for me. I was like, I want to learn that. So I kind of started playing saxophone when I was about 9. Mm-hmm. My sax teacher, he was so great because he was just like so enthusiastic, and he wasn't really so much about like being technically the best, but it was about just, going for it. Yeah. And he had like some big bands, and he had like a youth big band. He did it all like voluntarily. So I got involved with that, and then he had an adults band, so then I started playing with that, and then I kind of like I started learning piano as well around the same kind of time. Yeah. And just kind of I did all the grades and stuff. So I had quite a classical education with music. But I kind of did them as I went along. It wasn't like I was doing it for the grades. Yeah. And then I went to music college. Again, like I didn't really know that you could do music like that. Yeah. I thought you had to go to uni and do it. Okay. But yeah, and that was just quite it's an interesting place to be, because I'd only kind of done it. It was like my fun thing, and then to go somewhere where people were like practicing for like 8 hours a day and stuff was quite intense, and that was never me. I could not be in a practice room for 8 hours a day and not talk to anybody. Yeah. But it definitely learned some life skills there. Yeah. And I was exposed to a lot because you're around just musicians. There's nobody doing anything else. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where like the mental health aspect of it kind of really came into play. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how my musical journey, I suppose.
Yeah. So you started out like playing jazz and
it wasn't like taught to me. I was just doing a bit of everything, really. Okay. Yeah. Lots of classical stuff, especially on the piano. Yeah. But I always loved jazz. Yeah. And I'm just thinking about it now because I remember having a mini disc player.
Oh yeah.
And like putting on like Miles Davis and stuff and John Coltrane. I remember when I first heard John Coltrane. Oh, it's kind of mad.
I tried listening to Ascensions. I didn't get past the first tune.
Yeah, I mean, but also he was like he was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
So, but I must have been like 14 or something listening to John Coltrane around school, and nobody knew what was in my headphones. And I thought I was really cool, but everyone else was like, yeah. So, I've always loved jazz, but I've never been taught it like the jazz guys.
Yeah.
And improvising is such a massive part of that music, and I think as a girl as well, like growing up when you're a teenager and you're at your most self-conscious anyway. Yeah. And then it was always the boys were just like going for it, and they didn't really seem to care that like they might look bad, whereas I would be so scared to kind of make a mistake.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to be kind of in a safe environment to be able to try out things and look silly and be vulnerable and stuff. And I suppose I didn't really do that much when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to find the right people for that.
Yeah.
What do you do like nowadays? You make music and
Yeah. So nowadays, after college, I moved back. I grew up in Bath, so moved back home. Well, I actually had a fire in my house and I lost all my stuff, so I had to kind of move back.
Yeah.
My saxophone completely melted.
Oh.
Yeah. And then it was like, after music college, what do you do? Because you'd only ever done music, really. So I had like a part-time job and I was doing a bit of teaching and that kind of thing. And then it was 2018 was probably a bit of a turning point because I just went to loads of funerals that year. I think about 12 people I knew died that year.
Oh.
And that just really kind of got me thinking about when you're around that much death, I think it makes you think about like, what are you doing with your life? And and then COVID kind of happened quite soon after that. And I knew that I wanted to work for a charity, just any charity, but if it was something to do with music, that would be great.
Yeah.
So I started volunteering for Changing Tunes, which is a charity that does music in prisons. And I was like, I definitely didn't think I could do that job.
Yeah.
But I was happy to volunteer. And then also around that kind of time, I decided to set up my own project, which is called Seed Sessions.
Yeah.
And that was so it's named after a friend, Toby Seed, who took his own life.
Yeah.
And he was an amazing guitarist. And I kind of was thinking, like, what could I do to help somebody who would have been in Toby's situation? And something that was like really prevalent whilst I was at music college was like poor mental health.
Yeah.
Especially the guys. I mean, like men's mental health anyway is, you know, it's a big thing. And particularly with musicians, like, you know, you're kind of that whole lifestyle. And maybe the type of person you are anyway, because you're a musician, you're more susceptible to poor mental health. You know, if you're touring or you've got poor routine, you're not really sleeping properly, you're drinking, not getting paid very much, or you're getting paid in drinks. Drugs, you know, around a lot. So I set up Seed Sessions as a kind of community interest company. And that basically provides therapy, counselling sessions and music sessions. So, because when I was at Trinity, where I went to music college, I met loads of amazing musicians. And I kind of got them all on board to be like mentors. And they've all been playing in amazing bands, like touring the world and stuff. So they get, therapy sessions, music sessions, and then like some recording time at the studio. And then that now is a charity, which is cool. And someone else is kind of running it now because I then did start working for Changing Tunes, despite having thought I would not be able to do that job. And I was like doing that, working in a women's prison and doing Seed Sessions. And I was like, I can't do all of this. So handed Seed Sessions over to someone else, although I'm still doing quite a lot for it. So now I work for Changing Tunes. I'm senior musician in residence. I focus on the female criminal justice system. And I also make my own music, which has been the last few years like more that I'm so glad I had that
Yeah.
for my own like outlet, because I think when you're doing it all the time for other people, it's really important to have your own place of refuge, I guess. So yeah, with lots of like music charity stuff. Yeah, so I play with a rapper called Composer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, meeting Carl and Justin, I don't know if you know Justin Purpose Music,
Okay,
and I don't know if you know Amber, who she's a singer, or Khalid, she goes by. So meeting them, I think, like when I was saying about having safe space to kind of try things out, they've just been so encouraging to me. And I think because when I was at college, I was always around these amazing people that I just thought like, they're so out of my league musically. And I didn't really realise that I could do stuff as well, to good stuff. And then Justin and Carl, they've been like, you're amazing, you know, you should do more, and encouraging me, and I've been playing on their tunes, and then started producing my own stuff. Where now I'm like, because I've always been like the side piece in the musical sense. And so now I'm like, oh, I can do stuff and they can be the side piece. So Carl's like hopped on some of my stuff, and then I play in his band, which is cool because there aren't many rappers that have a live band. That I don't think I know anybody else in Bristol that's doing what he's doing. He's very because he can do like all that grimy stuff.
He's a phenomenal rapper, man. He's like, first time I heard him, I was like, this guy's talented.
He's so good. And I wouldn't want to do something that I didn't think was really, you know.
100%.
And so he can do all that and like get on radio shows or like rapping along with beats and PA sets and stuff. But then he's also got the live band, and he does quite a lot more kind of softer stuff, and a lot of it is kind of lyrically like focused on mental health and so for me it's really like enriched my musical life. Being able to be part of that.
How would you describe the music that you make? What kind of music is it?
I've thought about this before. It's kind of there's lots of piano stuff, synths. It's quite like ambient but soulful. And then I've kind of done some stuff more recently where I've like got rappers to send me just their vocal like a cappella, and then I've made
wow.
It's interesting because I think most people will maybe do it the other way around, like rappers want beats. So that's been really nice, and then they'll listen to it and be like,
whoa.
Because it completely changes the vibe of like, well, there is no vibe, I bring the vibe.
Definitely.
So that's nice. And the ambient thing is also, I think, part of it for me, and like expressing myself. Like when I was in the prison working alongside this music therapist, and she was always just like, we'd be doing these sessions with some of the women in the prison, and they'd be like, oh, do I need to do a verse and then a chorus and then a verse and then, and she's a music therapist, so she was like, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to follow a set rules of how to make a song. And I really kind of have taken that, and so Carl laughs at me, so I'll do like most of my songs are like 7 minutes long or something, and like 5 minutes of that is like an intro.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, another song that's like got a 5-minute intro.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so what? It's my music. I'm not making it to be on the radio. Like, that's not my purpose for making music.
Yeah.
So if that's the way it's going to come out. And also I think I don't really make a plan of how, like, I don't go like, oh, I'm going to make something that's like this today. I just to see what happens. Which is, so nice to be able to just play, like, as an adult when you're so doing life as a grown-up person, to be able to, like, come out here and just mess about and see what happens.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's called playing music. Because you're playing.
What inspires you when you're making music?
I definitely have found it inspiring being around people like Carl and Justin and Amber. And I think also, without wanting to sound like myself, you know, like that thing of just sitting down and not knowing what's going to come out. And then sometimes, you know, when you do something and you're like, oh, that's... You're like, if I feel that about myself, then it
surely must be good.
Yeah.
Because you got to back yourself first. Otherwise, no one else is going to. But that's a journey. And like, I mean, I've recently made like a 4-track kind of EP thing, and I've made the mistake of like asking too many people's opinions on like the mix and stuff. And every time I play it to them, I'm like sitting there like, oh, this is so bad. And I'm like, it's not bad. I know it's not bad. So it's interesting, the inspiration thing. I think part of the thing for me is like, I'm so grateful that I can do it, that it's almost like I would be doing a disservice to myself if I didn't, or something. And it's like it is a language. It's a tool that you know I can use to express myself, and music.
It's the best.
It really is.
In the work that you do, how do you see creativity affects the people you work with, prisoners?
Especially in somewhere like a prison. I've been working in a women's prison for the last like 5 years or so, and I would say nearly every single person in there has like suffered extreme trauma or abuse in some kind of way. And to be able to take in something that's beautiful into a really dark environment, for a lot of people, it's like the first time it's the first time they've had a space where they can be vulnerable and be listened to. I think like one of the most important, probably the most important thing about being a musician is being a good listener. And so, some sessions, you know, we just won't do any music. We just talk and listen. But to have that space where you can do that, and then, you know, afterwards you have to go back out on the wing and got to, you know, zip it all back up again kind of thing.
Sure.
But it really does make a difference in where I've been working. Self-harm is like, in women's prisons, self-harm is 8 times higher than in men's prisons. And that particular prison, self-harm is really bad. So to have, an outlet that you can express yourself like in a healthy way, it's a great thing to be able to teach people, like just purely the practical stuff. But then there's so many more things that you get from music. Like any musician would be able to list all, you know, if you were saying like it's taking you to all these places, and then you meet certain people, you meet like your best friends for it. And just also playing music with people, I think, is quite intimate. Like you don't need to talk to each other, you just connect through. And I don't know anything else that does that. So yeah, it's a privilege to have that job.
Making a difference in someone's life.
It's amazing because I've met some of the people in prison who are now out, and we get to work with people after they get out as well. And that's been so nice because like it's part of their journey, and they say it's life-changing, and I hear them say this and I'm just like, whoa.
So giving them creativity has completely changed how they see the world.
Well, there was one woman that she got out. Firstly, when we were in there, she took part in like a songwriting project for mothers that she wrote a song for her daughter, who she wasn't in contact with at the time. And then she got out. She came along to some sessions outside of the prison, and then probation let her come to a concert, even though it was like after her curfew time, because I'd like emailed them and said we really need her there. And they ended up like cutting down her license time and stuff. So it had like actual real implications. And she's now in touch with her daughter, who also sings. So they got that connection. But yes, and that's all through the music stuff. Like there aren't many things in prison anyway. So yeah, changing tunes. All the musicians are amazing. And I think they kind of say they are a relationship charity, but then music is like the means in which we're there. You know, we're music charity, but it is through the relationship that. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty niche job.
What does creativity mean to you?
I did a song with Relly. It's called To Be, and it's about being a musician. And I got like all my friends to send me voice notes of what it means to them about being a musician. And I kind of like, you have to just listen to it, but I like compiled all the voice notes, and then I had written this poem that I got Relly to read because I can't. But yeah, to me it's like it's therapy. It gives me connection to other people and in myself. I think like music, my favorite thing about music is that it's invisible, but it has this immense like power. And I think of it a bit like, you know, it's like the wind, like you can't see it, but you know that it's there because of the impact that it has. It's like, that just blows my mind that something invisible can make you feel so strongly.
It's crazy.
It's invisible, but it's completely tangible as well.
Well, I've got a poem actually. I can just read you some bits of it.
Please.
To be a musician is to be a magician. You make sounds unseen, create a vision. Listen, this is serious. To be a musician, you're a medicine man. To remedy your broken feeling, I prescribe an elixir of healing, a sweet melody to the ear that will soon make the pain disappear. And kind of think about work with that. And just life. It's in music our soul and body meets. Our ears have drums, our heart beats. And every pluck, strum, press or hum has the power to unify fragmented to one. To be a musician is to be a therapist. Connection within me, but also between us. Breaking barriers, building bonds, trust. Music takes care of the spirit. Time stops and peace comes when you are totally immersed within it. In the highest of highs, moments of pure ecstasy, rhythm and melody is dancing through me, yet able to hold space for heartbreak, sorrow and grief. Music always transcends where words cannot reach. Some call it magic, but magic isn't real. Music really is. I've witnessed it heal. All of this is why I know music's a gift from above. So to be a musician, I believe, is to be a worker of love.
Oh, wow. I can't clap, but wow,
That's what it means to me. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I just, yeah, I think that job, because it's like, I think you were saying about this as well, like music, to be a musician is your identity. And so it's not just a job.
Yeah.
And you know, also you it's like the most challenging but also like the best thing. Like it's so hard to be a musician, like or just a creative person, like in this world today. Like, you know, everything's so expensive. So
unfortunately, you end up doing something else you hate doing usually.
Yeah.
The money to have a bit of free time to do what you want to do.
Yeah, and I'm so lucky that I've been able to have work within music, because even friends of mine from college who are incredible musicians, like off the scale, and they're like, you know, working in call centers or stuff like that. And so I do consider myself really, really fortunate to have that. It is part of your identity, and like in COVID, when people weren't doing gigs or like, you know, that kind of thing, it's like you have a bit of an identity crisis if you can't do it. You can't. It's not something that you can just not do. Like you have to do it.
Okay, but to like live streaming, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Found a way.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of live streaming before COVID.
No.
Not really.
Really.
Whole sets online with a camera. People do it like Tiny Desktop went to home performances. And now we've got this whole streaming side of it. So we can't stop it.
And so many like producers and stuff now as well. Like you could probably not see somebody for a while and just send beats, or like getting musicians to play little bits on your stuff and sending it over. That is a good thing.
It is.
Yeah, like I've played on like the thing with like social media and stuff as well is like you can put something out there and connect with some incredible musician that you would never have otherwise like been able to, and then they're like, oh, I like that, would you be up for playing something? And then but I've never met them, but then you send it. But
it's
music
crazy. You can make a tune with pretty much anyone in the world if you wanted to, just by sending files back and forth. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? But I love that. It's amazing. It's probably easier. I've tried to make tunes with people before and they're in the studio and this is not working.
And you don't have to find out that you actually don't really like them. Like you kind of have to like people, I think, to make music. You gotta have a good relationship.
What about your socials? Where can people find you?
Or find your music as well.
So seed sessions and changing tunes are the most important things. I'll give you that. But I've had that in this. I've had it for years now. Seed sessions is seed_sessions. And the website is www.seedsessions.co.uk. Changing tunes. It's something similar, like changingtunes.org.uk or something, but just Google it.
They got Insta as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they do.
They've Red Tangent Records as well. So some Instagram Red Tangent Records.
Yeah, they've got it's a record label for people who've got lived experience with the criminal justice system. And my own music is just under the name Isie, Isie. you can find it on the internet. Like I said, I don't really make music with the intention of being like super mega famous. That is not my reason for making music.
Yeah.
If it was, I'd be very depressed. But if people like it, like, you know, great. Like, you make it for yourself initially, I think, and then if other people like it, that's an added bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but I'm proud of what I've been making. I think it's good.
Yes. Thank you so much for the interview.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.